Bum, 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 bum. All right. Good morning, everybody. This is CrumbleWig 420. Happy Monday morning. Here we are. We got a whole bunch of people in here already. Thank you. Thank you. We are looking and seeing Scotty 420 is here. Token Tom, good morning. Let's fucking grow. Tasha, thank you for coming in. I see you got a link in there. We'll all check it out. Absolutely. Road music, thank you. Panda dude, what's going on? Hope you're feeling well still today. Brett, my buddy, good morning. Hopefully things are great where you are. Vince, I see you sneaking in here. Look at that. Scotty's got the sunrise with him. Everybody, Scotty just dropped a short. Go check that out. I saw it a few minutes ago. Pretty fire weed he's got going on there. Jess, what's going on? Loving it that you guys are in here so early this morning. This is a beautiful thing. Hey, I wonder if I can pop Scotty's right up into here. Let me take a look real quick and see. Sorry, I'm just taking a look real quick to see if I can. Should be able to drop the link for it. Let me get that up there. That's Scotty Short that I just threw up there. Wow, Bill. Cheers, buddy. Cheers. Thanks for being in here. Oh, no problem, Scotty. No problem at all. We'll probably announce your card game a couple of times today because I saw you're doing that on today at 5 o'clock. So big movie. What's going on? I hope you've had an amazing freaking night/day. So I got to tell you, I was trying to come up with Teen, what's going on? Thank you so much for being here. Oh, Jess is going to set his alarm so he doesn't miss Scotty's card game. I kind of have to do the same thing. Not set an alarm, but I have to make sure if it's 5 o'clock Scotty's time or 5 o'clock our time. Sauce, what's going on? I just swung by your channel this morning. Nice Christmas trees you have growing. Holy crap, those are tall. And I just love the way they look inside your greenhouse. Try and put a star on top of those and put a few ornaments on. They are freaking outstanding. Yeah, cool, Scotty. Now that you can schedule your lives, it's a lot easier. It gets a lot more out there for people too, so they get an opportunity to come. True enough, big movie. True enough. Okay, it's 3:31 there, so we got 2 hours. Good morning, Weed Wizard, also known as Maine. We are glad to have you here this morning. Greatly appreciated. Greatly appreciated. I got to tell you, we got such a great group of people that tool in and out of here, and it's fantastic. It really is. I love this little early morning niche that we found, that we're catching people coming home from work, going to work, the in between, and people all over the world. It's great. Great. Let me scroll up here a minute because I know that I was asked about checking out a short. So give me a moment. Oh, that's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. Tasha's got some nice pictures of the full moon, and it's red. It's a red moon. That's pretty impressive. I like that. Let me see what I'm missing here. Sorry about that, guys. Thanks, Big. Tasha, yeah, I like that. That's a nice video. Frank, what's going on, Frank? I see you sneaking in here. I was just on another screen for a moment. So I trust everybody had a good Sunday. Now we're rolling into Monday. I was trying to come up with a name for this live this morning, and I like to have freaking weird names to my lives or whatever. So I told my wife that I was going to use what would you do for a Klondike bar this morning? She said, that by far is one of the stupidest names. I said, we talked about breakfast yesterday. And I said, people were throwing all sorts of funny shit at me from all over the world. So I figure we might get some intriguing replies as to what people would do for a Klondike bar. I figure in our community, let me see, could do a 2-gram dab for a Klondike bar. That'd be pretty impressive. What would I do for a Klondike bar? Gods, I didn't think about it for myself. I thought I'd be entertaining it from you guys. Yeah, it's been 50 here in the morning too. Actually, I just looked up. We are at 48 degrees outside this morning. So I am sure somewhere rooted deep inside all of my plants, they remember when I first put them out there. And it was actually in the 30s when I first put my plants out this year. So yeah, it is a little chilly, Frank. That it is. Yeah, you can say something funny, Tasha. Absolutely. (10 degrees Celsius). Wow, man, 48 with a 90% humidity? Good God. Oh, what is a Klondike bar? I should have thought of that, realizing that we have people from different countries in here. So, Klondike bar is square piece of ice cream about this big, about that thick. And they dip it in really nice chocolate, and it gets wrapped in this little silver and blue foil. And yeah, at one point in time, that was a big commercial that went around. What would you do for a Klondike bar? And people would fight, gorillas, or they'd climb the top of a mountain. It was kind of a funny, jokingly type of commercial, but it humored me. Just one of those sayings from the commercials. It is yummy, but I'm probably dating myself by throwing that commercial out there in the hopes that people would remember it. But I guess I have to go maybe dip into a little bit of the... Yeah, it's similar to an ice cream sandwich. The whole thing's just completely covered in chocolate. Oh my God, Frank, that's true. Help me, I've fallen and I can't get up. They did have some great commercials back then, but if you look at them, some of them just would not fly these days. I'll check back when I get home, just leaving for work. Teen, okay, thank you. Appreciate you. I appreciate you stopping in. This is beautiful. I mean, we've been up and live for a couple minutes. We got 8 people kicking around in here. That's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I got to tell you, and I'll repeat it again a couple of times during the live today. Old man top of the morning. Morning, RJS. What is going on? Absolutely, teens. Stay safe out there heading to work. So this is what I came across yesterday. I went into a number of people's lives yesterday and was hanging out and whatever. And, one of the last few that I went to last night was Jimmy John's. I don't know if you guys have had a chance to go over to Jimmy John's live. Really, really great. I got there about an hour late, mostly because I'm an imbecile and wasn't paying attention to time. But Chiefin, what's going on? Hey, you getting ready to head out to work? I appreciate you stopping by this early. If you guys haven't had a chance, check out Chief in Session. He does a lot of reviews on products. He's doing some growing. He's always smoking some fireweed, doing dabs, just keeping us up on what's going on in that part of the community. And yeah, he's got an awesome channel. So swing over there when you get a chance, check them out. They're a great group of people. So needless to say, getting back to what I was just talking about with heading on to Jimmy John's Live last night, I got to tell you, everybody, we as a live that we do on a regular basis are really getting noticed by some people, and it's appreciated. You know, we've got such great people in this live, and I guess, you know, it's a good fit for this early morning one. So I like that. I like hearing the kind words. I like hearing people say how good of a time when they come into our live. So I want to thank you guys all for that, because none of that fun stuff would be happening without you guys swinging in and out of here all the time. You know, and I think it's interesting, if you're not part of a community like this, to look at it real quick and say, oh, well, it's just a bunch of names online and nobody's real and all that other stuff. But, you know, each and every one of us are very much real, and we're a real important part of this community. And I appreciate you being here in the mornings with me. So that's the end of my little speech on that. But I'll probably sprinkle it around throughout the live this morning, because I want you guys to know how important you are to us having such a great community. So, oh, it's almost lunchtime, Tasha. What are we having for lunch today? I haven't even had my breakfast yet. But that's because I was busy dicking around the house early and decided it was more important to take a long rip than have something actually for breakfast. Tuna salad. All righty. That's a beautiful thing. Haven't had that in a while, in a fat minute. Now, let me ask you, when you're making your tuna salad, do you use canned tuna, or are you the kind of person that will broil or grill a tuna steak and use that for more of a fresh approach? What people do in other countries and what they were born and raised with. Thank you, Frank. Grow One Plant, good morning. Thank you for swinging in. Appreciate you. Dragon, what are you doing up, man? Thank you for being here. Appreciate you. You've never had a fresh tuna salad, Frank? They generally don't make it with mayonnaise. Sometimes it's more of a like a ceviche process, where it's a chemical cooking process where the meat's in lemon juice and all sorts of other stuff that does a chemical cooking process. So, all right, Tasha's saying we got canned tuna, we got feta cheese, we got lettuce, we got tomatoes, and we got mayonnaise. That works for me. That sounds like a good lunch. Dragon, we love having you here. Make sure you guys are stopping back by all your friends in here's channels. We've got some great stuff going on. You know, let me talk about Dragon a minute if you haven't hopped over to his page. He's got bottomless grow bags, which are amazing. So from what I've seen, he basically starts something in this bottomless grow bag, and then it goes on top of like another 5-gallon bag that he has created a whole composting living soil type environment in. And it's just, you got to go check it out, because they look different. It's like you've got your 5-gallon, then you've got another one right here on top of it. And it's impressive. He can probably explain it better than I can, or you can see it over on his channel, but it's cool. It is absolutely cool seeing everybody's different grow methods, and how he was basically using a mixture that he had done up and put back in the half of an avocado, and then basically tucked it in under the soil a little bit. And yeah, it's just cool. It's cool seeing everything that everybody does. Did I just see Susanna come in? Good morning, Susanna. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you. Did I miss anybody? I know I said hi, Brett, to you earlier, but I see you wandering through again. So let me just say, Brett, we're so glad you are here. No, Grow One. Say that shit isn't so. Your Gorilla Grow was found by someone. Did they fuck it all up? Sorry, I'm holding a moment of silence here as I'm waiting for Grow One to reply. Sorry for the quiet, guys. I'm just catching up with the chat. And I should probably make sure I've got a bong situated because we're about 2 minutes out. They took some of your autos. People are fuckers. They really are. You know, I don't know what's worse. I don't recall how far along you are in your grow. Good morning, Shy. Thank you for stopping in. Nothing that I hate more is when somebody goes and steals somebody's plants. But it's even worse when you're not even close to harvest. You don't even have a bud on your freaking plant yet. But they're so ignorant that they come in and they chop the whole thing down, you know, because they think they're stealing something that's going to get them higher than hell. When in all reality, they're just a bunch of idiots. What do you got going on today, Shy? What do you got going on? Tasha says, must start learning about American plants. Photos are not ready. Just got in flowering grow one. Okay. Oh, big movie. That's cool. Get some rest and go to bingo later. That'll be awesome. Oh, with your sister and your father, even better. That sounds fantastic. That sounds fantastic. We were joking about it. We went out to this restaurant called Rudy's here in Oswego, which is right on the lake. They specialize in, you know, fried haddock, fried seafood. I mean, they've got about 1,000 things on their menu, but that's the real reason that everybody goes. And as we were on our way back, that was a comment my wife made to me. Hey, there's bingo Monday night. And I'm like, hey, it'll still be there tomorrow because I'm not going. I'm not a big bingo fan, but it was a good segue. Not much, Shy. I'm doing good today. It's a Monday. And yeah, it's a Monday. My wife starts a new job today. Well, she has orientation, so she's pretty excited about that. Everybody else will be working. I hopefully am going to be finishing my transplanting today, but I will chat about that shortly. I didn't get as much done as I wanted to yesterday. Hey, Magic Frank. Dude, thank you for being here. I got to catch up with you later. I got some questions. I'll shoot you an email. I think that's easier. Hey, thank you, Frank. I will share that with her. Yo, Panda. Panda. I hope you're doing great today. I look forward to hopping on to one of your lives later and seeing what you got going on. It's always a good time over there. Oh, I'm thinking it's 5:46, people. We should probably do a morning rip. I'm going to tell you guys, hydrate first. Not much of a bingo fan. Keno and scratch tickets. There's nothing wrong with that, Big. You got to do you. That's the way we say it around here. Do you. All right, I have hydrated. This morning I am smoking on some more of that lemon meringue. So let's go, people. Okay, Frank, Magic Frank, thank you. Excuse me, guys. That bong rip went sideways because it went out for some reason. I'll hit it again in a minute. All right, Tasha's gonna go. Thanks everybody for welcoming Tasha and hanging out with her this morning. I'm sure we'll catch up throughout the day. Thanks, Tasha. Appreciate you. Okay, Magic Frank. That makes sense. Yeah, if people didn't check it out earlier, Tasha's got a great short of the moon from last night. Really captured how red it is. Pretty impressive. See, I have a sunset blue a blue sunset sherbet outside that somebody gifted me a clone of. That's the one that I've got scribed. You know, it's probably the one that I'll pull last, but I gotta tell you, now that it's gotten over its hump, that thing is, it's stretched later than everything else. It got bud development later than everything else, but it's a monster. So I'm thinking it's sitting in the middle of everything that I've got planted out there. So it should come up. Good things you always got to wait for. That is absolutely true. And as we all know, I don't, well, I do know some growers who are very good at patience. But I know that some of us, I'll tell you flat out, when my grow gets close, do I absolutely pull a little nug and try and dry that bad boy out prior to harvest so I can sample. So I'll sit there and I'll smoke something that's, dried the best of its ability, but not cured, just to get a barometer, you know. And I'm not going to say that that's exclusive to me because I know some people who do the exact same thing, but probably just don't want to admit it. Yeah, like a whiskey maker, you got to sample. That's right. That's what I like to see here. It's not exclusive to me. All right, I got to try and hit this again that I had such a disappointing rip before because it went out. Much better. Much, much better. That's true, Dragon. I like that. What happened to your plant? I like that. I'm going to use that now. So on this great Monday morning, what do we have going on today? I'm going to work on some more transplanting. I managed to get the Tiki Madness. I got that transplanted yesterday. The Wedding Crasher and the Apple Fritter. So I got 4 different strains transplanted yesterday. I've got 9 more to go today. So I saw that, Sauce. You do have some defoliating to do. Just a little bit. I get that, Maine. I do. And I commend you for that. I really do. Let me say, It's not like I do that from every single plant I have. It'll generally be I pull some to see what we have's going, but still the same. I do it nonetheless. And I commend you for not. I really do. Big Nog, what's going on? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Oh, you're training now, Jess? I'm gonna end up doing that too. I wasn't necessarily planning on it, though I always say that and I do some of it anyway. But yeah, they're all at a great height for that now. When they're at their peak. You like to overgrow them, Frank? What's the benefit of overgrowing them, if I can just ask? Or is there one, Magic Frank? Far and few between the blue magic. Oh, okay, that makes sense, Frank. Hmm. Frank, you trained your tomato plants as well. Did it work out awesome like it does with the weed plant? I mean, I could understand, obviously, that it would, since there are a great number of similarities, but still the same. That's impressive. Yeah, that's the only thing. Sleepy weed, I'm not always a fan of. Magic Frank. That I'm not. But it has its place. The wife likes it every now and then. I'm the kind of person that doesn't necessarily always think about that. And then I'll go ahead and rip on something that's heavy, heavy indica sleepy weed. And next thing you know, I'm nodding at my desk. So I can't, I can't say that I enjoy that as much as I do, a sativa. I'm more of a sativa guy for the most part, unless I'm looking to turn off my brain, which then, as we know, the indicas can be good for that. You can just veg right out. Oh, Scotty, it's your Friday. I forgot about that. I forgot about that. That is awesome. I'm sure you got big plans for your days off. Okay, Frank, that's probably fair. I am still so new into growing with only like about 4 years under my belt, at least growing this plant. I've grown other things. So, it's, I think we see new stuff unfold with trichome development, when you should pull, when you shouldn't pull, all this other stuff. And I think a lot of it is dependent on what we're looking for. I still think that I think I don't wait long enough on mine. Even though I'll turn around and I'll see the trikes, I've got what I generally look for is I've got about 80%, you know, milky white, and I shoot for about 20% amber, somewhere into there. And I still don't think when I pull like that it's like, I don't know. That's just probably me being over what? Over scientific? That's not even a word. But I just overcautious. Yeah. Yep. Because the sativas you can just let them run a bit longer if you want to have that couch lock effect. All sativas give you anxiety. I've had a couple that have, but I'll tell you also. And again, when you're getting weed from a plug, this was way back, you don't necessarily know what you're actually getting if your plug isn't good, wholehearted, and honest with you. And I had a couple that sent me to a couple of sativas that sent me into, hey, why do I feel like this right now? And I had to figure out what it was by going backwards with it. Most of them, though, I don't run into that. Most people don't wait long enough, man. Yeah. And I think that's the same thing that I'm running into. But you know what? I end up still getting the desired effects, but I'm learning more and more every day that I'm on here from all you guys. What other things other people look for and like that. So that again, because I was talking about it, basing it off from days yesterday and how I think that's horseshit because it's just a guide, and we all agreed on that for the most part, that it's just a guide. So it's the same thing when it comes to actually making that final decision based on the trikes or whatever else you're basing it on. JC, did I just see you swing into here? There you are, JC. How you doing this morning? And by the way, your breakfast looked great. I saw that. That was impressive. Yeah, yes, I can see that. You get the anxiety from smoking, but yeah, I get the paranoia too sometimes, but I don't mind that. Usually it's justifiable. Look at you, Scotty, all lined up with a whole bunch of shit going on. Good for you. Good for you indeed. That's awesome. JC, you can do a double backflip. Is that what you're doing for the Klondike Bar? That would be impressive. I like that. I do like a good fade. Oh, absolutely. That's going to be awesome, Scotty. That really is. I am looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to the fact that I've been sitting on it for a couple of years and now somebody's going to get to use it. So that makes my freaking day. For those of you who don't know, I had an 8x8 grow tent, new in box, never used it, didn't have room to set it up, and Scotty's got room, so I sent it to Scotty, and now he's going to probably have to sleep in it because I really didn't see him having a lot of room left in his abode. But that's okay. It's getting put to good use, and that's what's important. Pull chop, what's going on? Thanks for swinging in. Blueberry pie crumble for breakfast. That's a good thing. Hey, everybody, it is 6 o'clock. If it's 6 o'clock, we should rip. We'll call it rip o'clock. Make sure, people, you are hydrated. Oh, pull chop, just got the wife off to work. Nice. Yeah, my wife starts her new job today, but she doesn't start until later this afternoon. She's got orientation for 2 days, so that's nice. All righty, everybody, let's rip. No problem, Shy. We'll be here. That's right. Rip it up, guys. Ooh, dang, it's pretty tasty. Pretty tasty. That's the lemon meringue that I'm still smoking on. We are going to change it up a little bit, though. I'm going to go back to that caffeine for the next bowl, which smoked that on here yesterday. I enjoyed it. I was pretty toasty by the time I was done. You know. Oh, no kidding. Let's get Pull Chop to 100 subs. Absolutely. Let me swing over there real quick. You know, oh, yeah, absolutely. You're sitting at 94. Indeed, indeed. We definitely need to get you up to 100. It's a beautiful thing. Nice. Thanks, Frank. Yeah, you are almost there. And it just happens when it does. You know, I decided in the beginning when I came on here that I was never going to be about subs and about likes and about all of that. And I try not to be. What I do like to say to you guys is to let you know on a regular basis how many people we got in the room right now and, how much people are enjoying the content that comes in. I mean, we got 16 people in the room right now. We've got 14 thumbs up. It's great. It means people come in here, they're watching us talk, and they're enjoying it. Hopefully, they're picking up something out of it. And if nothing else, maybe we made their day a little bit and brightened it up for them. So that's what we can hope for in here. And I'll tell you, it made me feel really good last night, Token Tom, if you're still on here. I hopped into your live last night, and you made a comment about the little set of rules that I read for people when they become a mod in here. And I thought it was awesome that you kind of streamlined it down and just said, hey, Crumbleweed does this over there, but just be nice to everybody, people. Treat them with respect, keep the drama out. And I thought it was great. Absolutely great. Again, we all need to stand united against the people who want to ruin our lives, talk shit about our content and stuff like that. So again, we stick together. I think we'll all be good. Is that moonlit fern I see in here? Did I miss you already, or are you just hopping in? Thank you for being here. Greatly appreciated. We got an amazing group of people in here already today. Roll another joint, my friend. Okay. I don't know where Hamish is. I would expect, you know what? I'm wondering, somebody should go check his site, see if he posted another video. He posted that little short there, and when I saw it yesterday, it had 1,200 views already. First thing he's ever dropped on YouTube. Good for him. Oh, you hoping to get a good peek at the moon this morning, JC? Nice. Nice indeed. I know, his video was awesome. Oh, no kidding, Frank. That's awesome, Magic Frank. Holy crap. Greatly appreciated. Yeah, I don't see Kavort either. But I'm sure they'll be here. And if not, I'm sure they got stuff going on. It's, I am lucky. I am semi-retired, so I can spend a little more time on here than a number of people who are just super awesome content creators and a super awesome part of the community. So, but it's interesting how we form attachments to people and get concerned when we don't see them, And again, I have had people say to me, well, that's stupid. They're just a bunch of online fools. And it's like, nope, they kind of don't get it. It's different than way back in the day where I don't know if anybody remembers IRC, the internet, or ICR, whichever it was, internet chat relay or internet relay chat, where you just chatted with people from all over the place. But it was like catfish heaven because you never knew who was on the other side of the screen. Whereas here, we post our content, we interact with one another. Number of us show our faces, we try to be pretty damn real. Maine, you got 20,000 subs and only get about 200 views on videos. I've noticed that. I have noticed that there is no rhyme or reason to how things happen in this corner of YouTube, especially our community. Now, most of your content, you had switched it over to a lot of fishing. You said you just started putting your cannabis content back up, correct? THC Outlaws, what is going on here? Frank sent you over. All righty. So let me just hop over to your page real quick so I can take a little peek. Okay, TC Outlaws. Doom, 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 doom. I'm going to go ahead and sub up to you. I asked that if you're going to be in here, I will turn around and mod you up, and I'm going to read you my rules. So give me 1 second here. There we go. And let me open this up here. Okay, now that you are a mod. And I lost my sheet already because I try to make it the same every time. This is a room for 18 years or older. We are a drama-free channel. Welcome everybody into the room. Make them feel comfortable. Let them know that they are welcome and part of this community. Sub up to one another. You got wrenches. It's easy to do that. You can also drop links that you have a wrench. Just ask first sometimes, that's all. I don't want anybody bombing our live with porn or anything like that. Would really piss me off. Sub up to one another, check out their channels, drop them a like, drop them a comment so they know you were there. There's a good chance they're going to sub up to you if not. If we have trolls, we're going to nicely escort them to the door and try not to engage. And most of all, if you're in here, let's have fun. That's what we're here for. Topics are open to pretty much anything and everything. All righty, now that I've gotten that out, let's take a look and see what's going on in the chat. Short Chick, what's going on? Good to see you here. Appreciated. And do you think, Maine, that it doesn't matter what content you put up now, you are always going to be associated as somebody with cannabis content, even though you didn't even have it on your channel anymore? See, that's bullshit. No problem, THC Outlaws. No problem. Thank you for being here. We appreciate it. I love seeing new people in here all the time. It's great. And you guys all get to meet one another. I mean, and it's pretty nice. You know, you hop into the room and everybody subs up. We help everybody grow their channels. You know, and subbing up is one thing, but make sure you take the time to go back and check out everybody's channels. Because, man, they got people with so much wonderful content from all different parts of this community. Okay, Maine. Nothing wrong with that. I mean, I know it's a hassle. I'm sure it's a hassle to have to do that. You know, again, why can't we all play nice together? I guess that's really what it is. You know, I was talking about putting some other different content on my channel. Delange, what's going on? Top of the morning to you too. So I was saying, I turned around and I have these two bird feeders outside that have webcams built into them. So it's pretty cool. One's for hummingbirds, one's for regular birds. And I was going to start throwing some of that content on my page because I like it and I think it's cool. But then I was trying to think, what is that going to do? It's going to bring a lot of, or some people who like birds, because I see birds get lots of views out there, to my channel. But are they going to be kind and nice and whatever else? You know, I know in our community, I don't have to worry about it. You know, I just think about that's the good and the bad that comes with all of this. But hey, it's another way to... Jimmy John, how are you? I was talking about you earlier, and I'm going to bring it up again too. Now you need 50 subs on your fishing channel. mornings you can go live. Why don't you drop a link for your new channel into here to start with, and we can push that out and see if we can get you some traction to get those subs up. Look at you guys going here. Holy crap. It's 10 after 6 and we got 23 people in here. You guys rock. All right, so Frank sent you over. Like you son. All righty. Let me just take a look here. Let me hop over to your channel, see what's going on. Do 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 do. Alrighty, I'm gonna sub up to you like you son. You're coming over from Frank's. I see that. Seem to got a lot of music on there, which is pretty cool. We got a little dubstep, a little Moby, a little minimal techno. Alrighty. Sorry, I just got the whole chat just flew right off my screen. Give me 1 second here. Awesome. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, once again, we are a community. We all have likes other than cannabis. So that's cool. It's cool to share that out. It lets everybody know that we're humans too. You know, I don't know if any of you guys follow CLTV at all. Rob from over at CLTV. He's got a hat and a shirt that I absolutely love. And they say stoned and successful. And you know what? I think we're all stoned and successful because we're living our dream. We're doing what we want to do. We're growing this great plant. And yeah. So, like you saw, I'm going to go ahead and mod you up into here. I've got to give my little quick mod lecture. If you don't mind, I will go through it quick. No, maybe I won't because there's a good chance I closed it up. Give me 1 second here, everybody. So, now that you are a mod, this room is for 18 years or older. We're a drama-free channel. As people come into the room, welcome them, make them feel comfortable, let them know they're part of this great community. Sub up to one another. You got a wrench. Check out their channels. Make sure when you're there, drop a like, subscribe, comment. You leave a comment, they're going to know you were there, and there's a good chance they'll come back and sub up to you. If we have trolls, we're going to gently escort them to the door and not engage with them. And most of all, if you're here, let's have fun. That's what we really want to do at the end of the day, is just have a bunch of fun here. Jim, what's going on? Hey, avid consumer is absolutely freaking awesome. Without consumers, where would we all be? You know, again, you don't realize that as a consumer how much you touch this community, because you are the one who decides what you do and don't want. And that's a beautiful thing, you know? So thank you. I know. I thought Jim grew too, but that's okay. You know, that's one of the things that I find out when I usually, when new people come to the chats, I leave everybody's window open on the top of my computer. And then after I end my live, then I go to people's channels and dive in deep and see what they're into and like that. So that's pretty cool. This is what Jess said, these lives might not be the best idea for me. I keep on going through my stash pretty quickly when I'm on here with you guys. I'm sorry, Jess, but is that a good problem or a bad problem to have? I know I just missed the 6:15 rip, so. Oh, nice, Dragon. You going to make a video of that? I hope so. We would love to see it. All right, you have a good day, brother. You have a good day. I'm going to hydrate a little bit, and then I think we're going to rip again. Nice, Jim. Nice. Oh, Jimmy John. I wanted to get back to you real quick. I love coming over and stopping by your live last night. I apologize for being an hour late. That happens when I don't pay attention to things, and it's amazing how 15 minutes could turn into an hour in 15 minutes. But needless to say, I digress. I wanted to say thank you all for the kind words you had to say about our morning lives yesterday. I really appreciated it, and it meant a lot to me. I shared that at the beginning of this live because it just really means a lot. So thank you. Thank you, and thank you to all your crew over there. I appreciate y'all. And I have my all bell toggled now so that I will get notifications instead of trying to have my old ass brain remember when I need to be in certain people's lives. So perfect. All righty here. Let's hydrate, people. And let's rip. Oh, really, Scotty? Nice. Nice. Give me 1 second here, people. Catching up with the chat. Oh, Scotty. Tyler G dropped a new show. Nice. Nice. I know he was talking to someone that comes in and out of our lives yesterday on another live, and he's looking at dropping someone from in here's videos in with his, one that he sends out, X number of new growers to look out for or to keep an eye out for. I ended up on there it's longer than that now, but it was like 6 months ago, and I had no idea until I went somewhere in my, excuse me, until I went somewhere in my YouTube studio and I came across this thing and I click on the video and it's like, holy shit, I'm in it. It was like from way back when I first started growing, and it was freaking awesome. Awesome indeed. Oh, absolutely. We will support the hell out of you. That's one thing that I've been trying to do also is to, when I'm scouring through things, and for those who are advertising or posting about their lives ahead of time, we're definitely going to shout out to everybody, because again, that's how we're growing the community. It's what we got to do. King B Fine TV, greetings and good morning. Australia's in the house, represented. Which, of course, we have people from all over the place, so that's not an uncommon thing, but it's cool. Cool indeed. Oh, Frank, I didn't know that you're Magic Frank. I did not know that you are making freak show seeds right now. I don't know how I missed you saying that. Cheers indeed. Yeah, big shout out to Scotty 420. Who is enjoying the fact that today is his Friday. So that's beautiful. I think that's a good thing for everybody. Celebrate your days off, especially your Fridays. I've gotten to the point now where I wish my kids a happy Friday Eve on Thursday, because I know that their days often get much better on Friday, knowing that they have the weekend off. So let's see what I got on my amazing list this morning. I'll save that one for, I got some dad updates that I'll give you when he messages me in about 8-10 minutes, which is our morning ritual here. Oh, so I got asked a question last night, and I figure I'll throw it out to all you guys here in the live, and you can give me your input back and forth on it. Token Tom's back. Good morning. I'm off to take the wife off to work and daughter off to school. Have a good Tom. Thanks for being in here so early. I appreciate it. I appreciate you, brother. And I will be kicking around, and I'm sure if you're live today, I'll try and swing in. So drive safe out there. Have a good one. Oh, so here's one of the questions that was, oh, gee, what's going on? Thanks for being here. So we were talking on Jimmy John's last night. They were asking me some questions, and they were interesting questions, so I want to pose some of it to you guys. So I am planning at some point in time to either do StreamYards on here or something, whereas I would have the ability to maybe invite somebody up and like that. One of which I do want to do, and I think you guys would be okay with that. You know, we could have somebody part of our community, outside of the community, would ever come up and do a live with us. I am not a big fan of panels, like 4 or 5 people up at one time, because I have found that they end up talking over each other. So I think I'm going to do the StreamYards thing at some point in time. I've heard it's very easy to manage, and see about bringing people up. I mean, hell, I don't care if it takes us a month to freaking work through it, but if we could selectively bring up or have people waiting in the background that want to come up and talk, that'd be great. We could fire through everybody in these chats and get everybody up into here so we can put faces with the names for those people who want to, and for those who don't, hell, you can kick back and just freaking hang out with everybody else. There's no shame in that. We love that. I can't tell you how many lives I go into, and it's not that I don't want to participate, but when you get up over a certain number of people in your lives, I think if you're not paying attention to the chat, you can lose touch with everybody that's in there. So when I see them get up into the 60s and 70s, it seems like it's very difficult to maintain that. So I got to make sure that I can keep that engagement up, because that's one of the things that I like the most. You know, I may get lost from the chat for a minute or two, but I try to make sure that we engage with all of you. I let you guys know that I see you coming into the room, you know, and it's important. I think that's one of the ways you can capitalize and just build on things, you know. So, okay. I am seeing that people think that would be cool. What do we got here? I think Restream, you think, is better than StreamYard? Okay. You know, that's one of the things, Grow One, that I have to be able to do. You know, call me a coward. I do all my lives from my computer. I haven't actually done a live from my phone yet. And I know that would give me so much more capabilities to move around. Maybe I will, I don't know. I got to think about that one. It's easy enough to do. I just worry about making sure I've got everything charged up, ready to go, that I don't drop the thing. And it's also, well, I wouldn't have to worry about typing because I'd be talking. So, yeah, we can do that. Fireside chat. We can do a garden side chat. I like that, Pull Chop. That's kind of cool. See, this is why I throw this stuff out to you guys, because you let me know if it's going to be a civilized idea, if it sounds like bro science or some form of fucking sorcery or whatever. But, you know, it's good. I appreciate y'all, because I know you guys are being honest with me. Okay, Moonlit is asking if everybody's ready for a toke. And yeah, all right, I will do the press tomorrow, Scotty. You going to be around tomorrow? I'll bring the press out tomorrow. I'll show it to you guys. I'll see if I can scrounge up some weed that I want to try and press tomorrow. If not, we'll just show off the press and you guys can all see that. Does that work? I think so. But yes, let's blaze. Give me 1 second. I got to swap out bowls here. New slide ready. A little bit of hydration here. Oh, that's no problem, Scotty. No problem. I think people would love to see it. It's cool. I was like a kid in a candy store when I got it, showing it off to all my friends. You know what? They aren't into canna as much as I am, so they gave no shits. They cared about the end result, but the whole process, no, they gave little fucks. All right, people, I'm done talking. I hydrated. Let's rip. Excuse me. One too many. What can you do? So I noticed. Nice, Jim. You know, excuse me. So this is all I picture right now. We decided we were all going to do a rip, and then there was dead silence for a minute and a half, and I'm like, I can't be the only one coughing here. I bet half you guys are ripping and coughing at the same time, and that's why there was the dead silence. So that made me freaking laugh. Fiji sunset flower and a fatty McFad J, said Jim. Nice. Yeah, my ash catcher, pre-cooler, recycler, I love it, but yeah, I've done that, and what happens is when you rip, it just flushes right into the base of the bong itself. So, but I have tried that, and you are correct. You are correct. Oh, you got an eighth of sunset left still, pull chop. Nice. Frank R's got New York diesel flour and ice cream cake crumble and a king palm. Toss, you were coughing at the same time. I knew somebody out there had to be. It's just funny because of the way I see it on my screen, and always trying to make sure that I'm not leaving too many pauses or stuff like that. And that is funny, though. That is. Wow, we got 22 of you guys in here. That is awesome. 6:30 in the morning. Hanging out the window, gagging at the same time. It is funny. I mean, just you're sitting here and you got the cam on you, and you're like, what the hell happens if I start freaking coughing my head off? And it's like, wait a minute, we all do it, you know. Sometimes it's funny too. So Dad just texted me. I have some little dad updates. You guys hear me talking about him. You're right. If it was during COVID, you'd be coughing, your neighbors would be running. That is true. Gyro, good morning. Good morning. Thanks for stopping in. Appreciate you. So I'm going to give a quick dad update. He texts me every morning, for those who don't know, at about 6:30. Really doesn't change that much. Then he calls to fill me in on all of the woes of the world, because he sits at home and pretty much watches TV and news all day. So he is a authority on all of those things. But he's made a decision. Now, a year ago, my father bought himself a brand new Cadillac sports car. And he is 83 years old. And he has decided that he'd like to go out and buy an additional Cadillac, getting rid of the old one. And this is baffling me, because the man's only going to be driving for about another year and a half. He's paying for it in cash, which is fine. It's his money. He can do what he wants. But for a year and a half or a year to keep a car, if he's even going to drive that long, it's just going to be interesting. Dads can be unique. I can say sometimes that's very much the case, Big Nug. Very much the case. I will cough sometimes, and I'm like, I just coughed myself high. And you got people saying, oh, damn, that's bullshit. And it's like, no, or they'll say it's bro science. It's like, no, I definitely can see it being a legitimate thing. That's right, Polchop. You don't get off unless you cough. Yeah, I know, Frank. Here's my concern with him going out and getting the new car. The man has went from 250 pounds to 350 pounds. He has to use 2 of those seatbelt extenders. And my concern is that he's going to hit someone, hurt someone, or hurt himself. That's all. I guess that's my biggest concern. I preface it by saying he's 80-something years old and wants to go out and buy a new car. I do think that part of the new car is also so he can fit into it better. I think that is a legitimate thing. He's looking for a mid SUV. Gyro, you're waiting for the mailman. Oh, you got some Gotti OG on its way? Nice. Nice. Well, yeah, I know, Moonlit, but on the other side of it, when my mom got sick, he made me go tell her she couldn't drive anymore, and I don't know. I kind of want to be that guy because, I don't know, because when he did it, he was just very selfish. He ran a business at the time. My mother was one of his drivers, as well as doing all the billing and stuff for it. So, I kind of want to be the power man and be like, no, dude, you can't drive anymore. So I guess that was the segue. Should my dad still be driving? That's what our topic of conversation could be. Yeah, it was weird. When he bought the first one, he turned around and told me he didn't need it, but he felt he was entitled to it. And I said, okay. I didn't care. Again, it wasn't my money. I just brought him to get it. Yeah, independence till the end's a big thing. Oh, Frank, you're waiting on an order from Jake Rose. Very nice. You know what I really got to figure out here? Maybe you guys can help me out with this. Let's say Crumbawig wants to get some stuff from Jake Rose. You guys understand that I can't buy it because I live in New York. And even though his business is in New York, he doesn't ship to New York. So how do I procure stuff from his site if I'd like to be able to try it and at least say, hey, this is some great product. Just curious if anybody can put your heads together and figure that one out to me. Okay, that could work, Frank. That could work. I don't care about, the cost and stuff like that. Oh, that's true. Oh, I didn't even think about that. Everybody's just been hyping it up so much, and I was stoked. I go to the site, I'm dicking around, I'm putting my order together and everything. I get over to the side for shipping, and it's like, hey, we ship to all these states, and here's the states we don't ship to. New York, have a nice day. No, I could get a P.O. box in another state, I think, and then just drive over the line. That wouldn't be necessarily a bad idea, but I can try and figure something else out. I just threw it out to you guys. It's like, I guess I understand why, because New York is New York. But it's just funny for not wanting to do business in your own state because of either the ramifications, the taxation, stuff along those lines. Don't exactly know the reasons why, but I get it. I get it indeed. I had a huge online eBay store, and on top of that, I did e-recycling and clean outs and stuff like that for X number of years. And, I got to tell you, I shipped all over the world, but there were some areas that I just would not ship to because a lot of scammers, just a lot of not good stuff. So I get that. I get that indeed. Customs, dealing with customs was always a pain in the ass. Oh, thank you, Frank. Arkansas is getting pissy too. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, well, we've got some people in here. I think our next rip at 6:45, I say let's break out the dab rig is what I'm saying. I think that's going to be plan of the moment here. Yeah, that is a little far. But you know what? I'd have to take a solid look and see if I could figure out a network of people that come in and out of the lives or who that I'm friends with that I've subscribed to, and see if we could do like they do Paws Across America, where they get an animal from one side of the country. We should be able to do Weed Across New York and kind of have people meet in certain areas and just pick it up, and they could like hoof it 20 or 30 miles to somewhere else where they drop it to another car. Wait a minute, that sounds too much like drug smuggling. I am right on Lake Ontario. I'm in Oswego, New York, about 20 minutes north of Syracuse. But yeah, I'm a mile from Lake Ontario. As I was mentioning yesterday, we got a hell of a fishing community up here with the Salmon River and everything that goes on. Yeah, it's impressive. Used to be into it a lot when I was younger. Now, not so much, but it's great seeing all the boats that come in and out of here. On not so much in the newspaper anymore, but on a lot of the digital community, you are seeing you're seeing pictures of stuff they're hauling out that's like magnificent. You are right. Nothing like some fresh grilled salmon. Indeed. Oh, nice, Frank. Jane says, I don't eat fish, but I sure catch them. She got some Northern Lights rosin ready. Let's go. Yeah, and if you guys are ordering from Jay Grows, I can, you can mention Frank Rizzo. You can also use Token Tom's got a code, which I believe is Token. And I don't really remember a lot of other people's codes on there. I am getting this stab rig here situated a little bit. I actually have some green crack resin. Now, you're going to say, Crumbawig, where the hell did you get that? Because you didn't have it yesterday. Well, again, when we went to the Dispo the other day, one of the things that we picked up was this. I told you, I picked up weird shit. So, it was this pack called Exotic X Terp Bombs, and it was green crack flour and green crack resin. So, I am saying, let's fire these rigs up and let's rip on this. So I've got the green crack. What am I reading here? I'm stuck smoking roaches from the last harvest. Shy. Man, you got to let us know stuff like that. We can help each other out here. Oh, nice. TC Outlaws got a 15% off. That's awesome. Alrighty, people, I'm ready to go on this. Wow. Wow. Woo. Holy smokes, people. Wow. Wow. That was some fire shit. See, never had the green crack before either. So, I will tell you, wow. Ooh. Nice. Hold on a second. Let me show you. I'm not as impressed by the look on this. Let's see if I can stand up and show you. You know, they're kind of larfy-ish nugs. But it smells fire. You know, again, I just haven't smoked any of it yet. And yeah, that is true. I have at times had people get weed from me and they're like, this is really ugly. And I'm like, well, for one, you don't have to fucking have it. It don't bother me none at all. It's just more for me. But then the other part of it is then they smoke it and they're like, "Oh, do you have more of that?" And I'm like, "I know my weed's ugly at times, but you got to take a look at the beauty within." And I'll tell you, I think we've all grown some stuff that's looked pretty gnarly at times. Hey, awesome grow one. Yeah, we will catch up with you tomorrow. Yeah, it'll be cool. We'll check out the press. Indeed, indeed. I'm not familiar with Arit. Let me just give you a quick review on this green crack freaking resin. This shit is so good. My arms are actually tingling from here to here. Whew. I guess that was pretty good. Pretty good indeed. Man. Hey, thank you, everybody. I'm just glancing over and seeing we got 17 of you guys in here, and we've had 26 thumbs up. You guys are a bunch of rock stars. And yes, Frank, that is a great feeling. I don't get that all the time. I think and what I think is going to be cooler is when I smoke some of it. I haven't done that yet. I figured that was one that when I first try it out, I figured the wife and I can try it out at the same time because she's like my mini reviewer also. Sometimes it's hard to drag it out of her. And I'm like, why can't you tell me, if you like this or you don't? And she'll be like, because I'm too high to put it into words. And then I got to be like, okay, that's fair. Maybe you should give me your input before you get that high. Hey, no problem, Big Nug. Thanks for stopping in. Greatly appreciated. Yeah, go make some money so you can feed the gals. Peace. Peace, peace. And Maine is back. So let me ask a question about this green crack. When they turned around and decided to call it green crack, what's everybody's experience been with it? I mean, does it make you want to go back for more? I mean, is that what it is? Because I can tell you, this makes me want to go ahead and take another rip. Okay, Scotty. Hey, TC Outlaws. Peace out. You have a great one. I appreciate you being in here. Thank you for showing up into our part of the community, and it's beautiful. Thank you. Geez, I'm surprised the dogs are nice and quiet this morning. Watch, I'm going to say that, and next thing you know, they're going to start imploding and bouncing all over and vibrating the crates. All righty, Maine just dropped the link to his other channel. If you guys would be so kind, make sure you stop over there and sprinkle Maine with some love. There we go. Cool, got a video up already. We can sprinkle some love on that as well. Everybody check it out if you feel so inclined. There we go. Sorry, my screen wouldn't come back. Yeah, we'll see what we can do to help you get up to that 50 so you can start going live. Well, now let me ask you a question. Is that so you can wholeheartedly go live on just using YouTube software? Because from what I gather, from what I was told, you can use like a StreamYard or something if you wanted to go before then. Oh, what was my question on green crack? Sorry, Scotty. See, that's part of the problem right there. I want to know the green crack. I just did some green crack resin, ripped on it in the fucking dab rig, and it's got me wanting to hop right back on it again. So I'm just asking, sometimes when I smoke something that's really good and I get that high that I haven't had in a while, it makes you want to hop right back on it. So that's all. I'm just thinking of that the name, the green crack. Jack! Jack and the Green Talk is in here. What is going on, brother? Thank you for stopping by. All right, Frank. See, that's what I thought. We're having a quick discussion on green crack because I have some flour and I had some resin and I just did some of the resin in the dab rig and it has me pretty toasted. Hey, good morning, good morning. You're channel poaching, huh? Huh? That's funny. Trip just left for work, so I'm on his channel. Nothing wrong with that. Glad you're here. Thanks for swinging in. All right, Scotty, that's fair. So then my feelings of elation and immediately wanting to go back and beat it up again was legitimate. Okay. So I can say I am officially being a green crackhead then for a minute. Who currently on a fencing job? Nice. Oh, you saw live and had to stop in. I appreciate you very much, Jack. I've been trying to catch up with you. I saw you around with Lucid the other day. You guys were making can of butter, and I guess the next step is he's going to whip up some brownies or something. That'd be cool to see. Oh, you might have a gas leak. That's no good. That's no good at all. Wow. So the gas has been shut off for a few days. Wow. I'm surprised they made you wait so long. But of course, I'm sure they said on the weekend they weren't going to do anything about it. Oh, you're making brownies next Sunday? Good. You better hope so. Lucid might eat all that butter. I know how that guy can be. JC, you making some breakfast this morning also? I really enjoyed seeing that on your page yesterday. It's pretty cool. What? What? Am I being different than I normally am, guys? He's probably eating it already. I know, Jack. Was he dipping it in cucumbers or something? Yeah, that's well within your right. Absolutely. I would fight the landlord on that. And I can say that because my father has a number of rental properties and he's one of those guys that should have never been a landlord. And over the last, X number of years, we finally convinced him that it's time to sell off the properties, so that he can afford to live too, because he no longer lives in the family home. It's actually completely empty right now, which is sad since it's a long story, but it's a big house. It's a huge house that was split up into a two family at one point in time where my parents and all of us lived in the back half of the house and my grandmother had the front of the house. So, but yes, as a landlord, you are responsible for a number of things, and that is one of them. Wow, 4 months to get a stove. Whew. Yeah, but there's nothing wrong with that, JC. That'd be cool. You know, us stoners, or I can speak for myself, but we love to watch shit like that. You don't think we want to watch somebody do beadwork or cook or bake or even wood burn? God damn. We burn wood all the time. We drop our shit on our wood tables and it burns a design. And next thing you know, we've drawn a couple of legs on it. And now it's a stick figure that everybody makes fun of when they come in. So, absolutely. We would come check it out. Oh, the landlord races at the speedway. You shouldn't have to fight. Shouldn't have to fight with that. Brain injury, strong sativa is not good, man. Well, are you asking just in general how many subscribers you need to go? Okay, you can go live with StreamYard if you don't want to wait for 50 subscribers. So, I don't know. I had seen two different things. I'd heard they were going to change some rule that if you go live from your phone, you have to have a different number of subscribers than if you're going live from a computer. And I don't know if that has something to do with computers are stationary for the most part, whereas phones travel all over the place, thus making maybe it harder to track. I'm uncertain. But that was something that I heard before. No, you can vent in here. Absolutely. We don't mind listening. That's what we're here for. We just like to chill, shoot the shit, get high. Which, speaking of getting high, we are coming up on 7 o'clock. Now, I am going to rip again in just a minute, but I am going to be going back to the caffeine strain from yesterday because I enjoyed that one. Jack's on the last post and eight, yeah, on the last 8 posts and panels now. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. What time is it over there right now, Jack? Plants grew bigger for sure. That's crazy. I love having to raise the lights unless I'm at the utmost top. And then I get disenchanted because I usually have to monster crop. But that was only my first couple of runs that I ran into that. For free version, sync it with your YouTube channel. Okay. So Maine says go to StreamYards, sign up for the free version, sync with your YouTube channel, and go live. It's easy. Now, StreamYards, am I right in saying that they give you 20 hours a month of live? Like, is that limited into there? Which I mean doesn't have to be a big deal because I wouldn't probably use it all the time. I would use it maybe one day out of the week when I go live to actually have people up. Okay, 20 hours a month for free. There's nothing wrong with that. Transplanted for the first time a couple of weeks back and messed up one of the roots. You know, again, being somebody who consumes a lot of cannabis, I was transplanting one day. Excuse me, let me rephrase. Transplanting seedlings, keyword seedlings, and then transplanting clones. And after the first time, I was dealing with the clones the same way I was dealing with the seedlings, kid gloves, this, that, whatever else. And I thought about it for a minute, and it's like maybe the next time I did clones, I was like, these things don't have a tap root. I can beat the shit out of them and they don't care. And it was true. Very true. It just, I think when it comes to transplanting, you have to keep in mind if you're going from a seed or going from a clone, because the clones can be a little more resilient. If you do some root damage, I don't think it's going to be the end of the world. Okay. Well, if I'm looking at sauce and saying that's more than enough, I was thinking about how much time I spend on lives, which I don't give a shit about because I enjoy them. I absolutely love hanging out with you guys. And it's like most of my lives are about 2.5 hours. So if I'm doing minimally 4 of them a week, that's 5, that's 10 hours. So if I use StreamYards for every one of them, I'd have a 20-hour deficit a month, providing those were the only lives that I did. So that's where I could use it. Like I've seen other content creators use it, whereas when they want to have people come up easier than doing the, sending out a link and having people, deciding if they're going to come up, not come up or whatever. So I don't know. I think it's something that I'll definitely take a look at. And Maine says there are a few features you won't have access to with the free version, but it works for most stuff. Okay, awesome. Oh, you're thinking about breakfast. Absolutely. It is getting that time, whereas yeah. I actually brought snacks out here in case I got hungry today, but I don't think that's going to happen. Breakfast. So, Pull Chop just dropped bacon and eggs into the live. That sounds good. Really does. Is it? The sun is coming up. That is true. It's got to be a little crazy. So what time is it where everybody's at right now? Just so I have a good idea. Chai saying Jack can't figure out why he can't see my messages. We were trying to figure that out. Does anybody know? Is it just in my chat? Because that's weird. 705, 705 here right now too. 405 sauce. Okay. 705 in the morning Monday, says JC. That sounds on the West Coast. Yeah, it's 7:06 in the morning here. So there's a number of us that are sitting in that time zone at the moment. That is strange. That's really strange. I have had that happen on 3 different people's channels, as I mentioned before. I can see them in chats outside of their own lives. In their own lives, they can't see me, and I'm not blocked by them either. And I haven't blocked them. So it's weird. I don't know. YouTube does some dicked up stuff lately. They just do. What do we got here? 6:05 at night, Moonlit says, and thunderstorms. Oh, it's flooding right now. Shit. It is supposed to be a cool moon. Tasha has a picture on her channel. If anybody wants to go over, she dropped a short that just has that. And it's such a pretty moon. Big red moon in the sky. Yeah, it is. Wow, it is getting bedtime for you, Scotty. I forgot that you sleep, actually. Not being a jackass, but I see you on a lot when I'm on, and I know we're different time zones, so that throws an extra 2 hours one way or another. So, absolutely. Yeah, that's crazy, Shy. Yeah, I don't know. It's bothersome to me. I've got yeah, fuck the YouTube robots. Fucking bots. Oh, you haven't tried on the computer yet. Setting it all up tonight. Nice, Jack. That is nice. Yeah, AI is taking over. I'd like to think it isn't, but there's a lot more things that seem to happen that I'm tired of being coincidences because I don't necessarily believe in coincidences, but there's just too many of them when it comes to us sitting here, the content we talk about, not even necessarily not even necessarily type or text about, but it you definitely can tell that I'm sure we are being listened to on a more regular basis than what we would care for. You know, video cameras are everywhere, keeping track of absolutely everything that we do. So that's the end of my rant on that, but there is a lot of truth to it. So oh, thank you, Jack. Absolutely. Yeah, guys, look at this. We got 18 people in the room. We have 31 thumbs up. Again, you guys are rock stars. It is a little scary, Zelens. It is. Absolutely. And I can look at it two different ways. I can let it freak me out, and then that will make it so that Crumbawig. Hey, hold on a second, guys. Don't. That's one of my kids. So, good morning, Leon Redfield 45. Let me make you a moderator in here. This way, you can hang out with us when you want to in the morning. I know you're getting ready to head off to work. Modded you up. So, now that you're a mod, this room is for 18 years or older. We are a drama free channel. Welcome everybody to the room and make them feel comfortable. Make sure that since you have a wrench now, you can stop by and sub up to other people's channels. Make sure you drop a like and a comment so they know you've been there. They will possibly come back and sub up to you. Also, if we have trolls, let's nicely escort them to the door. And most of all, if you're in here, let's have fun. And thank you so much for coming in this morning. You have no idea how much that means to me. Thank you, Bub. Love you. Yes, yes, Solenz was the one who kicked Aunt Annie out that we were all laughing about the other day. Yeah, I know, Jack. That'll be good if you guys can get that squared away. I hate it when I can't see people's shit because you don't know what's going on. You're talking to them outside of certain chats or whatever. You can communicate with them, and then you go to their lives, and it's like everybody's ignoring you. And not only when you're blocked, you can see everything that's going on, but nobody can see you. It's like you're the fucking invisible man. Thanks, Scotty. See, and look at this. Come in here, you guys bump into one another. We see there's a problem, and you guys are going to get it figured out with freaking YouTube can pull their heads out of their asses. Hey, there's Cavort. We were talking about you this morning. We were listing off people who we hadn't seen in and out of the room yet, so hope everything's going well there. Yeah, that was kind of my abbreviated middle of. I have a thing that Microsoft Word document that I have up in the background, so because I know as I get higher going through my lives like I do, I can lose track of what exactly I want to say. So, oh, Frank, your daughter does not want to get up for school today. Frank the enforcer. Good morning, Mrs. Wig.
Good morning.
Yep, dad stuff. I have been growing for about 4 years. I can tell you the wealth of knowledge that's in our community and in this room specifically. We can definitely point you in the right direction and get you where you need to go. Moonlit Fern is saying good morning, all. Absolutely. The sun is up here. You can see it behind me. Very nice. Tell her to rub dirt on it, Frank. It's a knee. Think of what we got sent to school with. Far worse, you know? Absolutely, JC. Everybody like, subscribe, comment, and check out everyone's channel. These are all good things. Nice. Absolutely, we will, Jack. Yeah, that thing's got to get sorted out. That's nice, Frank. I said it's going to feel good. I promise. Then she screams for 1 second, and then it felt good. Bum, 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 bum. 7:15 people. Anybody want to take a rip? Yeah, I don't know how warm it's going to get here today. It is, well, apparently my thermometer outside decided to have the battery die in it, so I can't lean over and tell you what it was, but it was 48 when we first started this live. Yes, 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 JC, I will sip because I am going to rip. Let me kill this water bottle first. Everybody hydrate up so that we can have our moment of silence where the screen goes dead for 90 seconds because everybody's coughing their heads off. Because even though we listened, we still ripped too hard. Figured we could take that extra second or third one. Oh, just got an update from Mrs. Wig. It is 53 degrees out right side right now. Sorry.
It's only supposed to go up to 64.
Trying to manage that one a little better. Oh, I'm gonna be here until at least 8 o'clock. I had said that I would run these from 5:30 until 8, and something else that us as a group were commended on yesterday was our consistency, both in when we say we're going to be on and how long we're going to run our lives for minimally. So I appreciate y'all for hanging with me on all of that. Because again, without all you guys coming in here to either bust my balls, each other's balls, talk about you name it, we're all in here having a great time. So, Cavort plants are in recovery? How are plants doing? Cavorts are in recovery. Mine are, let me see, I have 12 plants outside. My 4 autos are doing absolutely fantastic. They're about 2 weeks out from coming in, from being harvested. Rest of everything I have out in my grow is doing okay. I did get some storm damage the other day, and I lost about a plant and a half in total, if not more, between broken branches when you gathered everything all up and just what I had just literally lop out, knowing that it wasn't going to survive. Mean Beans, what's going on? Hold on a second here. Boo-doo-boo-boo-boo. Let's see. Let me get you modded up into here. I got to give you my quick moderator lecture, if you don't mind. I have seen you around. I appreciate you for swinging in. So let's see here. Unless everybody else wants to give my moderator lecture, now that would be funny. I know JC did an awesome job of it before, but needless to say, here we go. Now that you're a mod, this is a room for 18 years or older. We are a drama-free channel. As people come into the room, welcome them all, make them feel comfortable, let them know how much we appreciate their contributions to this community. Sub up to one another. You got a wrench, it's easy to do. You can also drop a link in here should you want to promote your channel, promote your live, stuff along those lines. When you go into other people's channels and you sub up to them, make sure you drop a like and a comment. That way they'll know you've been there. There's a good chance they'll sub back up to you. If we have trolls, we're going to nicely escort them out the door. And most of all, let's have fun. Topics are open to anything and everything. Thank you. There, I finished my rant. Woo! Hey, Mrs. Wig, guess who came into the live this morning?
Who?
Leon Redfield.
Very nice.
Isn't that nice? I was pretty excited. Pretty excited. I had to pounce on him when he came in because I wanted to make sure that anybody coming in saying good morning, Dad, or love you, Dad, doesn't get blown out of the room right away until I can breathe and take a look at him for a second. Just catching up in the chat, guys and girls. Water in this motor breath this morning. Let's take a peek and see what we got. Oh, that's nice. Oh, yeah, definitely. If you're not subbed up to Mean Beans, get over there. Mean Beans is sitting on 19 subs, 12 videos. Absolutely. We need to sprinkle some love over there. Take a look at some of the shorts that are there. They're a quick watch, and I'm sure you'll enjoy them. Scotty, good night. Get some rest. We'll be talking with you. Guys are great. Look at you subbing up to one another. Again, thank you, everybody. We got 22 people in the room, 34 thumbs ups. You guys rock. You know, it also is amazing me how many people are passing through or just sitting and listening to our or watching, whichever case it is, the live that's going on right now. You know, I closed off or I ended the stream yesterday, and there's a new window that pops up for me from analytics, and it tells me, how many people have viewed the live. So stopped in, looked, listened, whatever the case is. And it was like 140 people or something like that. And I was like, damn, that's pretty nice. That in some way, shape, or form, us here are touching some people out there, and maybe they'll like it. Maybe they'll come back. Maybe we'll encourage them to start doing their own lives, putting their own content out there, seeing that all we got to do is just hang out and have a good time. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. That's okay that you're a lurker. That is no problem at all. I don't mind. Yeah, and that's cool. That is cool indeed, because when I hear that you guys are like tooling all over the place and you're listening to what's going on, it's like, God damn, that is so freaking great. Hey, Crumble, do you do giveaways or host a giveaway? Yes, I am running behind on doing a giveaway for 420 subscribers. I just figured out the other day how to do that spinny wheel thing where I can give you guys something to put into the stream, like a hashtag, whatever, and it's like a random picker of some sort. So when I get that 100% together, I'm going to have to play with it one night on this channel with you guys. Or we'll, probably like the day before we'll do the giveaway, we'll play with it just to make sure that I'm not going to be a jackass and screw it all up when I do it. Nice, Moonlit. That's right. Please, lurkers, feel free to chime in. We don't bite unless you like it. That's right. I'm going to get that alligator high one day. Nice. The alligator high when you go around biting people and shit. I like that. So, what's everybody doing to rock out the rest of their day? We're just starting ours here, which from earlier when we were doing time checks, it looks like a number of the people are here around the same time zone that I am. And for those of you who weren't and who are hanging out here, I appreciate you. That was another thing that was mentioned last night, is that these morning lives catch, all sorts of different people moving through their day. That's cool. I like that. I got a couple people that, as I said, which is why I'm going to add the Friday night lives on, because we've got some people that really would love to be in here with us. And, we don't sit in the schedule of when they're awake and about like that. And I figure if we can accommodate them with a little bit of another time frame, we'll do that Friday nights from I'm probably going to do 10 to 12:30 or 10:30 until 1 o'clock in the morning. I kind of like the 10:30 till 1 o'clock in the morning better. So that's probably going to be my plan of attack. You can't find your house keys. No. Holy smokes. My suggestion would be sit down, smoke a joint, think of where the last place was that you put them, and then maybe you'll find them. But I'm sure that's not going to help you get on time to your appointment. But you found them. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. Oh, Jess is waiting for the plants to wake up. Nice. Nice indeed. It'll be interesting to see just how much I'll be out there with the leaf blower again, blowing mine off, because with the temps dipping down, as I said, to the 40s, you know that when the sun comes up, the plants are just going to be soaked. Indeed. I am sure, Mean Beans. Absolutely. Definitely facts. Oh, that's nice. Cook breakfast, do a vid, nice, bake a cake, and sit by the fire. That sounds like a fire day. And yeah, Moonlit, bring whiskey too. So, what I transplanted yesterday, I threw into a tent those four plants, and I've got them on 18.6. My tent that still has the other nine in it in the living room, they are on 24/7 right now because they're still seedlings, so I really don't care. And they're also regs, what I've got in there. So, there's a good chance because they're big enough now, they're going to start expressing traits. And if that's the case, I'm going to make a short and toss it out to the YouTube gods. And it's if I have any questions on sexing, which I know there's a lot of you guys that are very familiar with it. All right, Frank, we'll hang out. We will hang out. We'll hang out. We'll see you back, I'm sure. Oh, Brett loves the moonshine. You know, I can tell you when I drank, it was not it was not an always thing, but I would go on runs of it. Whereas I'd be like, okay, I would start bringing the different flavored moonshines into the house. Back when I was an executive chef, company that I worked for, they had a big farm, and as the story went, the old man was a moonshine maker, and when they were tilling up some of the fields, and they brought a some scraper razor thing of some sort in, and as they started peeling back the soil, they were hitting the tops of mason jars that he'd buried by the case full of moonshine out in the field. It was pretty incredible. And that was by far some of the best moonshine I'd ever had. Oh, Cavort, you make wine for your wife? That's awesome. My brother in law made wine. I don't know if he does anymore. They just moved to Alabama, so I doubt it. But, oh, yeah, he made wine. He has all these interesting hobbies. He built furniture for a while. What else did he do? Raised bees and had a tremendous business going along with that on the side of his regular job. He's an engineer. So, oh, yeah. Yeah, I got a cloud. Oh, just opened a jug from 2 years ago? That's nice, though. That is nice. That's got to be rewarding, you know. I look at people that do those things. I tried my hand at it once. We had a pear tree outside of the house that pear tree outside of the house, and I decided I was going to make some pear wine because for years I just watched these pears and they weren't a good eating pear. They were just a pear, didn't have a high sugar content. So I had to supplement with that. And it was, I don't know, I came up with something that I ended up being more like a mead than an actual wine. Oh, Cavort, you hate wine? Very nice. Well, being in the food service industry, I spent a lot of time cooking with it, but I can't really think of too many times that I got uh, that it got me the same feeling that I enjoyed when I was drinking my bourbons or my stuff like that. Wow, you haven't smoked since then? Holy smokes. That had to be scary. Oh, I'm sure. I am sure. It's interesting, like everybody else in any other type of industry or whatever you want to call it. We have the same struggles that everybody else does, health struggles, health issues, things like that. And everybody assumes that when something goes wrong in one of our lives, it's directly related to cannabis, when in fact it isn't. You know, again, going back to Rob from CLT and his Stoned and Successful, people have no idea how many people actually consume in the world. I mean, I take a look at the statistics they throw out there, and they're like 70% of Americans, and it's like, wait a minute here. I said, you know, that's 70% of Americans that had the balls to actually stand up and say it. So, you know, the number could definitely be considerably higher than what everybody thinks. All right, let me catch up in the chat here. Sorry, guys. Ooh, that's tough. My dad's got he was in stage 4. They altered his diet and he's back in stage 3 now. So providing he sticks to his diet, he'll be in good shape. Told her that we have to get David Frizzle to come and hire a wino to decorate the home. Oh, that's good. I'm sure it is hard being young. All right. As you say, so what would I do for a Klondike bar? Okay. What I can tell you is I can tell you what I wouldn't do for a Klondike bar. So if you were here about an hour ago at 6:30, when in my brilliance, I decided that I was going to dab the green crack resin. Let me tell you, that I would not do for a Klondike bar. Was it good? Oh my God, yes. I was freaking blasted for this pseudo chunk of time where I remember Brett making the statement that, you know, strong sativas can cause brain damage. Holy crap. So from that, I would not do that for a Klondike bar. Will I have some more later? Absolutely. But man, as I said, that had me tingly from my shoulders to my elbows. It's got to be dairy free for you, JC. Wow. Only 60% when it happened. Ah, Brad. Well, can I tell you something also? When you made that statement, that was just a reflection of how high that made me, how quickly that made me. That there was a brief moment of fearfulness, which I haven't had in a long time when I've gotten that high that quick. And no, I didn't realize that, Brad. I apologize. I hope things are as good of a place as they can be right now for you. And again, I I know you're growing some monsters right now, and I hope that that really helps to provide you with a lot of the medication that you need. Tom is back. Tom, did you get everybody off safe? Texas Tips in the house. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, I heard you mention that it was from a prescribed medication that had a list of side effects that were crazy. Oh, geez, Brett. Awesome, Tom. Now you can get your day started. Probably do your chores real quick. Get them out of the way, and then bounce around. Do that good stuff. Get up on your lives. Hang out with some great people. I know what I'm going to do. Let's get a fresh bowl. is not fun, but spreading awareness is the best we can do. Tech is working on it fast and hopeful, Brett. Oh, Tom's going to go live and play some Forza 5. It's a beautiful game. I am not a gamer, and I apologize for that. I will again. You know, we have other types of content creators that support the community, and I make it a point to watch their videos, to drop that like. You know, it's I don't know. It just is a different way of doing things. Huh? Somebody left their back windows down last night. Did it rain up there? Because I know we didn't get any rain. It just got everything soaking wet outside. Rabbit, what's going on? Thank you so much for stopping in. Hey, no problem. You have a great day too. Peace out. Peace out. Hey, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you, you guys. We got 21 of you people in here. We've had 35 thumbs up. We are coming up on 7:39 where we are going to be taking another rip, and then, you know, we'll run another 15 minutes. Bugs or spiders. I'd be more worried about a raccoon or a skunk hopping in the back of your car. Or nothing for nothing. Not trying to throw shade anywhere, but I remember once going out to the car when you remember Rhonda from Pop-Up Shop. She had a homeless person sleeping in her car. So you could have that too. It could be a thing. Smoking a joint of High Society and Master Kush. Nice. By the way, for those of you who aren't in here earlier, Leon Redfield is my son. Decided to stop in this morning and say hi, and I am more appreciative than you could possibly imagine. You know, I know that some of my children hang out in the wings a lot of times, and the last 2 days I've had two of my sons come in and say good morning. So I appreciate them, and I appreciate all you guys for welcoming them in here. Just catching up in the chat here, guys. Have a good day at work. Love you.
Love you too. Love you, Michelle. Love you too.
Have a good day, guys.
Night.
Whew. Sorry, guys, was just saying goodbye to the daughter. She's headed out to her corporate job, as she informs me of every morning, which is kind of funny. You know, she's the one that just came back from, hold on a second here. Oh, no, Moonlit. You know, let me explain what happens sometimes, because I've done this too. And I will go to click on somebody to go check out their page real quick. And when the chat moves up, I have unmodded people and I've blocked people inadvertently. So that could have happened from me. And if it did, I apologize. I'm sure you do miss your family, JC. I'm sorry about that. You know, it is a consolation prize, if nothing else, that you do have us. You're kind of stuck with us now. I know that I know myself and Scotty frequent your page on a regular basis. Keep an eye out for you guys. get concerned when we don't see you in a live or see you on somebody else's lives where we're used to seeing you. So we're about 2 minutes away from firing up again. If everybody wants to make sure that they are all packed up and situated, that would be awesome. Let me know what you're smoking on. I am going with the caffeine this morning, one that I smoked yesterday and enjoyed quite a bit. As I said, I'm not going to have that green crack. I'll probably have that tomorrow morning. Definitely when the wife gets home today, we will try some of that out and I can let you know what we think of it. As I said, I already know where I stand with the resin from it. That was phenomenal. JC's got the black truffles. Absolutely, Moonlit. Moonlit said, JC, I'll smoke to you for that. Cheers to absent friends and family, all of you. Let's start the week off in good outlook. Cheers. Absolutely. Let me hydrate real quick because I don't want to be coughing my head off for the next 90 seconds. All righty. Cheers, everybody. Sounds good, Tiff. Old school hemp rainbow gelato. It sounds nice. Excuse me. Oh, absolutely. Cheers, Pull Chop. So I was thinking of it coming up on the hour. Let me see what I did with these. Here they are. So go to the store with the wife, and we were talking about, I don't know, picking up some snacks. Let me tell you something. I don't know who the hell makes these. General Mills. General Mills makes these breakfast bars. They got Reese's Puffs ones, and they've got, goddamn, Cinnamon Toast Crunch ones. Let me tell you, these freaking things, if you are high, holy shit, they're just like having a candy bar made with the same type of material. You know, they will definitely take the edge off. And they're only 100 calories each if you're watching your figure. There, that's my shameless plug for stoner snacks for these early mornings. You can just have one kicking by. I haven't eaten one yet online, but still the same. At least I got them. Ooh, Jelly Mints Butter Cavort. Nice. Oh, wow. Casey's talking about last year when that teacher gave out weed gummies by accident. Yeah, those things are pretty great. Okay, guys, if you're telling me to put something in the freezer, you can't tell me during a live. You have to send me a message outside of a live because you remember my debacle when I misplaced my acid because I was tripping on the acid. And then I had to ask all you guys the next day if you knew where the hell I hid my acid. And you all jumped on me and told me the freezer. Yeah. So definitely if you're going to suggest anything with the freezer, I would think You should do it when I'm not as high as I am right now. No whale. All right, let's see here a second. No whale haze today. Yeah, no Hamish today. That's weird. That is weird. Well, I don't know. Maybe he's having himself a good time. That's a good thing, but I don't know. We'll find him somewhere, I'm sure. Ah, Monkey Man. That's a good one. So, if you guys get a chance and you dick around on YouTube, for any of you who don't remember that commercial, it was a commercial that ran for years from an ice cream company, and that was their big thing. What would you do for a Klondike bar? And people would be like, "Oh, I'd jump off a cliff, I'd skydive, I'd chase Sasquatch." So it's pretty funny. Do I have plans for today? Yeah, I'm going to be out in the garden some. I got to run a few errands. Spend some time with the wife before she heads off to work. Might swing over and see Dad today. I don't know. I know I got to go over there Wednesday morning and give him his, every 2 weeks. I think I mentioned it before. I have to go give him an injection because though he's working on his diet for his kidney failure, he won't work on his diet to change the fact that his cholesterol is so high, they could probably put an oil rig in his arm. It's just brutal, but he refuses to change his diet for that. So I get it. I haven't seen that commercial in a long time, Leon, that I remember, unless they've done something current with it. Country Boy, thanks for swinging in. We are chilling, having a great time here. We just did a rip, and we're going to be doing another one at 8 o'clock. So that's going to be cool. That's right, Tom. You got it. You got it. For those of you who don't know, the Klondike Bar, that chocolate-coated ice cream, loaded big and thick, with no room for a stick. What would you do for a Klondike Bar? Rabbit's got it. Let's fucking go. Yeah, Monkey Man, how are you doing this morning? Hopefully good. Oh, sorry, JC. Sorry. Kavor, you wouldn't be down for that? I've thought about it. The only reason I've thought about it is because I know it wouldn't be by myself. I'd be attached to someone. And I think at the last minute, if the parachute didn't open, I'd figure out a way to flip over so that fucker would hit the ground first and give me some remote chance of survivability. But I think that would be about it. Yo, Litwick's in the house. How you doing? Thanks for swinging in. This is that nice little cusp corner where we start getting new people swinging in. They're just getting up for their day, or they're getting their bake on, or they're just stopping by because they like to hang out. Oh, look at that, Monkey Man. You are almost at 2K for subs. That is freaking beautiful. Beautiful. And it's a harvest day, indoor, not outdoor. That is fantastic. Good for you. Man, that is good. Love Bug, what's going on? Thanks for swinging back in here. I thought I modded you up yesterday. If I did not, I'm going to mod you up right now. And I got to give you my quick mod lecture, okay? Now that you are a mod, this is a room for 18 years or older. We are a drama-free channel. As people come into the room, let's welcome them. Let them feel comfortable. and let them know that we want them as part of this greatest community that there is in the world out here. You have a wrench, so you can sub up to one another. Check out their channels. Sprinkle a little love over there. Sub up. Drop them a like and a comment. That way they know you've been there, and there's a good chance they can easily navigate to your page and sub up to you. If we have trolls, we are going to gently escort them to the door. And most of all, let's have fun. Topics are open to anything and everything. Thank you for listening to my bullshit. Hey, Hayes 420, what is going on? Thanks for swinging through. Appreciate you. Lovebug says thanks for the blue dress. Ha ha. Really? So, for those of you who are watching in my video, which this will be the grandest, literally annoying piece of shit in the world, is one of my dogs, my poor old guy, just had an accident on the floor behind me. So if you guys saw that, I 100% apologize. Visible, what's going on? If you guys can give me just 1 second, I have to go resolve that issue on the other side of the room. So give me just a second, guys. Odie, what's the matter? Are you sick today, buddy? Buddy, what's going on? Why are you hiding under my desk? It's okay. Why didn't you come see me? Huh? Sorry, guys. Just had to get up and take care of that, and I appreciate you for not busting my balls on that. So thanks, guys. You know, we got a great group of people in here. Visible, how you doing today? What's going on in your world? Huh, losing my voice a little bit here. Better hydrate a little more. Oh, you've been harvesting? You know, I have to actually post some of the vids that I took yesterday. I was grabbing some quick vids of like where I stand trichome development, and I feel a lot more comfortable after looking at that as opposed to standing back and looking at my plants. You know, so I feel good about that. But harvest day is awesome. Awesome, awesome indeed. That's never a bad day. Thanks, Frank. Thanks. I know that I can't show it. I don't know how yet to share my screen or share my screen or some shit like that. There's probably a button here on the front of it. Oh yeah, there is a share screen button. God damn it. So I could actually bring pictures up on here if I have them on my computer and show them to you guys. Oh, perfect, Leon. You'll show me how? That's awesome. Good. See, this is how this works. You know, the struggle is real when it comes to me in tech. Actually, Leon's going to help me set up a second monitor at some point in time also, since I've had it for about 6-8 months. So we got here. Rabbit says 2 of 6 germinated. They're in the clay pot. 2 of them can't wait to pop out of the soil. That is so freaking satisfying when they pop out, and it's usually so quick. You go in, it's like, oh my God, look at all the little helmets coming up. And then it's a race. Then you can kind of place bets on them. It's like, okay, such and such is in the lead. And then you come in like 2 hours later and check them again. And one other one just had a sudden surge and it comes popping up. It's freaking great. That's it. One-stop shopping. That's the way to do your appointments right there. One that popped completely out of the seed, Rabbit. That's sick. That is. That's one thing that I did find out with the can when I used it, because I was talking about that here on one of the lives the other day. And, I loved the results from it, but in some cases, they were almost too good. You know what I mean? Like this, I had an expectation in my head, okay, seeds always take me this long to germinate. And you get complacent in that. And it's like, okay, maybe this thing will work. Maybe it won't. And it's like, God damn, you open it up and it's like, holy crap. They had tails on them all about that long. And the seed helmet, seed head there, the outside of the shell was ready to almost freaking come flying right off. All right. Love you too, Leon. You have a great day. And thanks everybody for welcoming him into here this morning. I appreciate that a lot from each and every one of you. We are coming up on 8 o'clock, and holy smokes, we got 25 people in here. Oh, this is awesome. Yeah, 8 o'clock, we're going to take one more hit. Absolutely. And then we'll see what everybody's doing. And if you want me to hang out here for a few more minutes, I definitely can. So we can try and catch a few of the 8 o'clock people that generally miss it, because this is when their alarm clocks. Yes. Let me pause on that thought. I see it says hydrate here. I have my water in hand. Visible. It's 5 a.m. there. Whoo. Move that paper towel. It is crazy cool. It's always crazy cool when you're popping seeds. Absolutely. It is 8 o'clock, people. Let's go. Let's rip on this. Whoo. Cheers, everyone. Whoo. Dang. Excuse me, everybody. Oh, you can see him starting to swell, Rabbit. Nice. Nice. It's like we're all expectant parents, waiting for these little, excuse me, boys and girls to pop. Hey, Cinnamon. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate you. Thanks for swinging in. It's nice having new people come in and out of here. Oh, it's going to be about a month before you pop any more seeds. Yeah, I think I'm going to do my next run. I don't know. I was shooting for, I'm supposed to be getting some genetics in November, and I've got to plan out when I want to run those, because I want to run some of them indoors and then some of them outdoors. So as much as I said I had my whole next run is already planned, that I've got, I don't know, 5 different strains, 13 different plants. And yeah, that's for my next run. That's all going to be indoors. And then, as I said, my November run, I plan to start pulling stuff for, but I know I've got clones coming now from someone. GQ is sending me some clones. So that's going to be pretty cool. Should be a fire run. Should really be, the next few should be super fire. And with everything that I'm learning from you guys, you're just making life so much easier because I can come here with all my deficiencies, problems in the grow, and all that. And it's like you send it out to the YouTube universe between everybody that we have in here, and we get some awesome freaking answers and results. So thank you guys for that. Thank you very much. Well, what do you want to do, guys? We're about 2 hours and 35 minutes in. We've got 24 people in the room still. We can turn around and shut this down if you want, or we can hang out for a few more minutes. Oh, Tom, you were roasted yesterday. You were roasted, and it was great to watch. And it was like the evolution and then the de-evolution of Tom. It was great. It really was. Shy, you're pheno hunting, right? JC's going out for a turkey this morning. She said, I am hoping to help the turkey across the street and into my freezer. Ha ha ha. That's funny, monkey. Sorry, just catching up with the chat with you guys. All visible. You got a whole box full of testers to pop. You know, I got to tell you, when I first started out growing, I was part of Matt from THC's whatever. Every month you got beans, you paid X amount of money. And I got a whole bunch of stuff that was testers, and I still haven't done anything with them because I had no idea what the hell that even meant. Terrified me a little bit. But now, much better. Cinnamon, I'm going to go ahead and throw you in as a mod in here. I'm going to give you my quick mod lecture if nobody minds me doing it. I know we're on the tail end of this live, but now that you're a mod, this is a room for 18 years or older. We are a drama-free channel. Welcome everybody into the room. Make them feel comfortable. Let them know how great of a community we are and that we're glad they're part of it. Sub up to one another. Check out their channels. You got a wrench. It's easy to do that. When you get in there, sprinkle some love around. Make sure that you are make sure that you're dropping that comment, because the comment, they know that you've been there and they'll be most likely to go back to your channel and sub up. Also, if we have trolls, we're going to nicely escort them to the door and not engage if at all possible. And most of all, you're in here. Let's have fun, everybody. Thank you. Thank you. Galaxy, see? I decided to stay on a little bit longer because I saw one of your comments out in somebody else's live, and it is true. There are people that unfortunately don't get to see my lives because I come on early, but I have decided I am putting in a live on Friday nights that I'll do. It's going to be at either 10 or 10:30 until probably 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning. So hopefully that will help people out if they want to come in and hang out with us, which I appreciate. It's something I never thought would be happening and going on. So it's cool. And I can't do and wouldn't be able to do any of this without all of you guys, because you keep me engaged, help me keep my mouth running all morning long. Who did I just miss? Sleeps with Sativa. What's going on? Thank you for stopping in. I was running my mouth and not paying attention to the chat. My apologies. Thanks for stopping in. Fino Dino. I love it. This is great. Oh, nice, monkey. Monkey did a lot of pheno hunting, got hundreds of seeds from around the world, hence the giveaway at 2000K. That's awesome. That is awesome. Upstate, hey, thanks for stopping in. Appreciate you. See, this makes sense then. I'm seeing a number of people that we didn't see yesterday stopping in, and I appreciate that. So it seems like maybe we'll take a look at running this a little bit later than 8 o'clock on a regular basis. Yeah, absolutely. Because this is great. You guys are hanging out, bumping into some other people, and those of us who, or those of you who have to go on and get your day started, I appreciate you being here because you guys have been hanging out with me for a few hours now. So thank you. Thank you, Sleeps with Sativa. I appreciate that. We have a lot of fun doing it. Absolutely a lot of fun doing it. We have to ask the question, though, if you're new into here tonight, what would you do for a Klondike bar? Wow, we really have the sun coming up this morning. Sorry about the glare there, but just catching up with the chat, everybody. Bum, 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 bum. 26 people in here, guys, and 46 likes. Thank you very much. Lit, you're sick right now? What's going on? Just all right. What am I misunderstanding here? So season breakout. Absolutely. Check right now. Crumbleweed, what is UQ? Ooh, flu's no good, Lit. Not the Mars bar. Boy, guys, I'm pretty high here. We are gonna be doing another rip, but yeah, I definitely got a lot going on here. I asked something. Oh, I asked about I don't know. Oh, what would I do for a Klondike bar? We were talking about that earlier, and I guess I never said that. I said what I wouldn't do, which was that green crack resin again, because that had me pretty torqued up a little bit earlier in this live. I don't know. I guess I should have thought that through and written it down on my pad before I railed on with this. I just like to throw it out there for you guys. Gives us something to think about when we come into here. And if nothing else, as I said, if I lose my way throughout the live, I can always divert back to whatever silly name I've given our live for the morning. Oh, I try to make sure also with you guys are good with what we have for the little avatar, whatever, for these lives. Nobody finds it like offensive or me being a dink or something. It was just a name that came out of you guys all from being in here. So just let me know one way or another. We're back to the Klondike bars. Clean my garage. I don't know. I love the Klondike bars. They are good. I was talking about having some disappointing ice cream the other day. They were Dove bars, but they were like mini Dove bars. They were 2 bites. And I don't have that big of a mouth, though I run it all the time. Free ice cream and be your smoke tester. Yeah, that's what to do. Floating on some lime 1 times Hindu. waiting for those beans to germinate. Oh, lit, the toads didn't turn out well. Huh. Freeborn selections, Mean Gene. Okay. Nice. Okay, guys, I've got this fired up for one more rip, and we're going to end this at 8:15. We're dropped down to about 15 people in here, so I think people are chilling and moving on, and that's okay. I got to get a little breakfast in my belly myself. So, all right, guys, let's rip, and then we'll get out of here. I have not, but I have seen it used before, and I know people that swear by it, Brett. Do any of you use sandpaper to help with helmet head? That is, if you're referring to people scuffing up their seeds a little bit before they germinate them. Oh, you have for many years? Yep. Alrighty, guys, we are coming up on 8:15. We've been here for 2 hours and 47 minutes. I want to thank you all for being here. We got 15 people in this live right now. We've had 47 thumbs ups. Thank you all. I will try and catch up with you guys throughout the day. Love you all. Remember, as always, go out there, stop by Somebody News channel, sub up, make sure you drop a comment and a like. They get that comment, you're probably going to make their day. It might be the difference between them continuing on in this community and throwing it all in together. So spread some love out there, people. Have a great day.